sAw's career and a little insight into his journey to this point and how he's feeling now reinvigorated. Hunger is come back with this young Enterprise team. And it was interesting hearing how the whole AGO project came together and where he went and how he's come back. And it does seem like this team is a long way off competing with some of the big names. But it's great to see some younger players coming through the ranks and someone to actually kind of guide them there too.
I mean, it's all part of the process, right? You gain a wealth of experience playing at an RMR in terms of having so much pressure placed on you that they probably haven't before, playing against better teams. And all just the level that this event is competed at. So they got to put it all together very quickly here. Enterprise down a map, bodied on Inferno 2-13, and this is their map pick of Vertigo they've got to come back into.
Bajmi, close to the crane. He's ready to go. His teammate's clearing out sandbags off those decoys, waiting to hear if there's a body hit, and it exists to kick off this pistol with the double entry. Fantastic work here. Enterprise so desperate they need a good start on this map, and that'll certainly take them one step closer to getting that.
Yeah, and they took out Ujerks as well with that hot hand. Ooh, that made me a little bit nervous. Don't step off the building. Bomb being planted, smokes are up. This is a really strong position for Enterprise to be in. 5-on-3, and I mean, there's no utility. There's not really any danger that sAw can come out with to recover this pistol. I think it's time to save.
They're hanging around at the moment. There's Joel Beretta's out towards CT, but we've already seen a Roman on the runaway. And the fights are starting to come back, though. sAw have won a few with him. And now time is a limiting factor. They got to get back in on this defuse quickly, and Demho out towards ramp seems to have done enough. And Roman already thought the round was over, so he had run away.
I was going to say, when those kills happened, he was at the B bomb site. He was like, oh, shit, better hustle back.
Yeah, got a better run back, guys. Didn't expect that to happen. And yeah, it's going to be Demo going down. Too much damage sustained in this fight. The bomb will blast him out of the round. But Enterprise, it's a good start. Won the pistol.
They needed it. That's a good way to start. You know, at least start getting Inferno behind you. Forget about that. Nice pistol, nothing fancy. Just coming up A ramp with numbers and not even really having to trade. Getting the opening picks and getting a quick plant down. CT side investment from sAw. They obviously lost the CT side pistol on Inferno, won the second round. So this kind of a buy has had success for them just as recently as the last map.
Yeah, we know how good they can be. Some of these weaker weapons. Enterprise have had just around 12 minutes or so to go outside, have a little walk around, reset and maybe adjust that mentality as you were mentioning. Let's not go down without a fight here. And go out with a bang.
That whole idea of like resetting a mentality between maps, I think it's sometimes overstated amongst like the best teams in the world, but teams at this level that haven't competed on the biggest stages, I think it's still a very important talking point is, can you actually mentally reset after getting destroyed so emphatically the way you did on Inferno? Good kill, step behind the smoke.
Oh my God,
a slaughter. An absolute slaughter.
3 from Ujerks. He's back.
He's back, baby.
He ain't stopping.
Some would say he never left.
Bajmi, good headshot. Ujerks is removed, but all the damage is felt. sAw win it back again, and that's going to be so frustrating for Enterprise because you win the pistol. You know, okay, guys, they 4-spot last CT. Probably going to do that again. Let's make sure we don't drop the ball here. Let's get this 2-0 start, and you drop the ball.
You get caught like trying to apply pressure while all the smokes are up. So that's the exact kind of chaos you want if you have those weaker weapons and the mobility of the MP9 doing God's work. So down to Tech 9s.
Yeah, a little Techs with some utility. Often capable of pulling off some ridiculous things, the Tech 9s. So to fake up ramp, to go through bottom B, trying to pull a rotation away, and then hopefully these B players can walk away with something into the B bomb site.
They've taken a lot of damage from nades though, executing onto this fake, and here we come over at B. It's Aerodoce.
Aerodoce's got the range with the rifle, decides to drop back and play towards generators. This will concede a bomb plant.
It's a pretty smart decision too. He's got no teammates with him, so rather than sticking around, oh, that's beautiful. He's just trying to get a little jiggle of information. Muterus as well adds another headshot on top of it. The Molotov prevents anyone from getting close, but on one level, Enterprise is going to be happy with the bomb plant, and now due to the fake over at the A bomb site, sAw knows exactly where the last 2 players are, so no reason for them to even come close.
Yeah, that's a great round to get a bomb plant, but of course, nothing more than that. So 2-1. sAw don't lose a player. We'll actually take some upgrades of Tech 9s on the ground, so they'll take everything they can out of that one. And for the side of Enterprise, the bomb plant doesn't really tip the scale enough because they bought Kevlar and Tech 9, so it doesn't tip the scale enough to get a goodbye. These kills are ridiculous in this POV, aren't they? Just instantly
I
bang,
know.
bang.
Just the ragdoll. 1-to-1.
It looks like sAw are honed in today, like very dialed in.
Well, that also, I mean, you touched on so much the experience of Muterus and how long he's been playing too. That comes from having someone, you know, with that level of experience, understanding like it's time to focus up. We're playing for our life in this tournament. We're still playing for a chance to make it to the Copenhagen Major. Like, nobody mess around today. This is full focus across the board, and I think Muterus is going to be really happy with how his boys are performing at the moment.
Yeah, they have 2 periods of the year where their main focus will arise, and that, of course, is the RMR period.
Double nade.
Let's go over. That's a Molotov. Forces Story off position. Muterus has to try and help him, and they're actually going through the smoke. They're taking a risk, and this could become an absolute bloodbath in the middle, and it's the blood of Enterprise that is spilled all over mid. Destruction as sAw go up 3-1.
Could have gotten a little hairy there. Again, with like all the chaos of the smokes and the flashes and the Molotovs, the execution the Enterprise bought out with the lesser weapons, you can sometimes capitalize on that, but well managed from sAw. AWP is going to be out in the hands of Story. Everyone else with rifles. And Enterprise is going to bring a full buy as well. So first time we'll see both teams kitted out completely with weapons and how this will play out on Vertigo. It's 3-1. They want stairs control. Deep Molotov is going to make Demho take a wide route, and he's going to challenge regardless.
Grenade.
Careful blowing that open. It's an AWP on the other side.
Yep, it's going to blast open that smoke, and Story doesn't see anything, and this doesn't connect the dots either. They'll just take their time. Never thought we'd see the day when the AWP had a fish lens. In Counter-Strike, here we go, Story. toao is gone. Don't re-peek again. Just throw the Molotov down and drop back into sight. Roman's gonna play in from the sandbags now too. Flashes up ready. Oh, unleashing himself. The fight at the top ramp, and that's Exist down.
Yeah, I saw the Molotov coming in and just said, screw it, I'm swinging. Also didn't have the smoke to put it out. I think his teammate was setting up a flashbang for him as well, so really nicely executed from sAw. It's given them a 2-man advantage in this round number 5. And Enterprise is going to work their way back across the map slowly to the B bomb site, and it's just Roman, or excuse me, it's just Aradoce. He's playing back in quad behind the pillars, and I don't believe they don't have a Molotov to flush him out.
No, they don't, but they have smokes and 1 grenade. Now Aradoce, none of that utility is going to bother him, so...
And now he's got Muterus close by as well, like he doesn't have to peek at all.
Oh, just tuck in, tuck in. Allow them to come up into the site, let them take first contact. Big swing from Demho. He checked both Muterus and Aradoce down, and that's the site taken. Do sAw want to go for the retake?
I think he was actually spotted. I think Aradoce was spotted with that just little bit of a swing from earlier.
Seemed like they were so primed for that swing out towards quad.
And also, like, not countering any resistance puts alarm bells up. You know there's probably someone lurking in quad.
1 flash left, that's all sAw have to go for this retake. It would be absolutely devastating if they pull it off, and U-Jerks yet again is just their bane, their reckoning, and they come back in for the retake. sAw will head to 4, and Enterprise, these rounds just keep coming against them.
What are you supposed to do against that? Even when you give yourself a good advantage, having to execute the retake through 2 smokes, he just rips your head off.
That's the unfortunate thing about a lot of these inexperienced teams too, right? They get into positions where they get the bomb down. The lead up to the round is good, and then they lose in the post plants. They don't have enough protocols, they don't have enough setup to deal with it, and they push in 1 by 1. Obviously, U-Jerks is incredible to react that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think they necessarily played it wrong. You could probably, I mean, you could probably
play it better,
but there's no glaring mistake there. Maybe just 2 players being aggressive at E-Box isn't exactly the best way to do it at Gen.
At different times,
yeah.
Just the time is slightly
off.
off.
Well, remember, it's sAw who executed the retake, right? So the timing is at Enterprises to select. That's U-Jerks kind of making the play with the flashbang. But you could have had, you know, the second player could have been further back, but now we're just getting nitpicky.
In the heat of the moment, you don't have all of those decisions. Roman and toao, 1 for 1 to kick off the start of this round 6. And U-Jerks is going to go down into battle again. Just about running out of ammo. He takes 1 headshot and traded by friend. He was worried about a short swing, but kept in the same position. Wasn't quite ready for that. Story's rotated over, is watching the short push. a lot of time here for Enterprise to stay composed. Use your utility, force story back. Ooh, grenade is good. But not as good as I thought it was going to be. It felt like that should have done a bit more damage. I think they are making the most of the time that they've got. Through the smoke. Oh, damage done, but because he's spamming through the smoke, Friend knows he's got to deal with that headshot player. Good angle, good lineup through it, and a headshot rings out. So bomb plant's in. Enterprise now into a post plant. They're gonna have to try and hold off this retake attempt again.
No utility though for the CT side. Excuse me, there's one smoke. They could actually smoke the bomb and apply a lot of pressure.
They only had a flash in the last retake.
True.
They show that it doesn't really matter all of the time. And that smoke might be the perfect piece of utility to pull fights, to create pressure.
Sticking it.
And they're just sticking that defuse inside of the smoke. It's not denied yet.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, God. It's so rough. It's so unbelievably rough right now for Enterprise. The defuse on the final second.
Yeah, and this is where you have to have that conversation of inexperience. Is like, guys, like, don't worry about that. It sucks. We let one slip away, but we just killed all 5. This is a great moment to capitalize on. They got to respend. We have to keep fighting. It's still too early in the game to feel like you're just out of the fight and nothing is going to go in your direction. Man, just a quarter of a second late on that kill. Good swing as well. Enough of a distraction to allow the defuse to complete. sAw has been dominant both maps. Double nade, just don't make it past the lip of the wall. Otherwise, that would have been massive damage on the toao.
Need to be careful here, Enterprise. They don't let this become the similar story of Inferno, where we see multiple chances throughout the early portions of the half to make it competitive. If you remember back to the double D in the apartments leading into a recovery on the side of sAw. An awkward fight early. It's a 1-for-1 off the back of that early engagement.
Okay, Alp's gonna take this angle. This is massive sliding in.
Yeah, this is good from Story.
It's risky.
Aggressive. It is definitely risky, but it depends how far he goes. How far is he willing to go here? Oh no, knows that toao is setting up utility now, but doesn't have a comfortable angle.
No one's covering this either.
No, they're checking. Now they're having a look at Story. Oh, misses the first, recovers on the second, and now if you reswing, you think there's an ult, but it's actually a rifle. And uJerks just peeks into the sniper, immediately takes him down, and Enterprise are now battling with just bajmi. And he's got that first kill. Smoke will go down, creating more cover. Does he move through it? Aradoce, does he consider this play? Does he consider bajmi getting aggressive? And oh, bajmi, it's a sick play. Low HP on uJerks, but he stands tall. He still fights. And another close round going against the side of Enterprise.
This dude is reading the game. He is playing so well in these two maps. That's huge. Op gets a kill. He slides into the next angle, takes a leg shot, but a brilliant clutch at the end of the day in the 1v1. Just at the right place at the right time, supporting his teammate, this time stepping up for the next one. And at this point, sAw has rotated so many extra bodies over. Muterus is there from middle, and it's just layers of defense that Enterprise cannot continue breaking through.
He looks so chill about it as well, uJerks.
I mean, after Inferno, like, you're just like, man, I'm having a game. I'm just gonna keep going.
Having one of
you
those
don't have
days.
to second guess any of your decision because everything's been working out. And at such a pivotal moment to stave off elimination at the RMR. uJerks is going to be a very happy person tonight if they continue on this road.
The hard work will still be in front of them. I mean, we've mentioned how the likes of Eternal Fire is still in this competition.
Potentially Na'Vi or BetBoom is still going to be in this competition.
Yeah, that one's up for debate of who is going to go through from that one. It doesn't get easy to get to the major, and they know that better than most. sAw, you can come to the brink. You can be one matchup away from qualifying. They can all be ripped away. So far, it's so good against Enterprise. One player up. 4 seconds remain. uJerks once again attacking up towards the top of the ramp. My goodness! uJerks is fantastic in this moment. toao has slipped the net though. Ujrix and Roman changing up their positions. Roman drops a little more passive down the ramp itself. They go back to fight towards elevator. Good consider that for toao. He goes back again. Eradoce is the next victim, and toao knows exactly where Roman is. He's seen him just earlier, but the limited time is the problem, isn't it? toao has got to go all the way around to get that bomb back, and Roman's around the corner. And another close round for Enterprise. The clutch has come close. Yeah, the post plants come close, but nothing.
Let's be real, that round should have never been close. That's a 3-on-1, 4-on-1 that he was actually fighting in, and I think it's actually not a bad round for sAw as well to just say, all right guys, that one is all of us kind of chasing down kills in a 4-on-1. Let's not do that. Like, we saw how quickly it can unravel. Everyone kind of get back in action, but it's a hard balance because you want to remind your team of that, but also you want them to continue playing as you're playing right now, which is everyone from sAw getting so aggressive and being so confident and not giving Enterprise any space to consider and communicate and talk about plans. At the point of attack, they are just swarming at the moment, and it's led by Ujrix, who's having another great map.
Yeah, suffocating them. Sucking the oxygen out of every single play the Enterprise try to throw at them. That's a heavy commitment towards the B-bomb site.
And it's an early spot as well, so it's pulled 2 more players over.
Yeah, you're right, the rotations here. That's scary now for Enterprise. They've got to realize that too. They realize when you get that spotted that early on, there's going to be rotations, there's going to be adjustments.
Well, that's plan A taken away from Enterprise. They wanted to get on the stairs and pull off and execute. They don't have a whole lot of utility. 3 smokes, 1 single flashbang.
Plan A removed. They changed the plan to attack A.
And Muterus is starting to investigate middle and see absolutely nothing. So he can descend the ladder and he can have a very fast flank regardless of what bomb site they hit.
So now based on this information, they can make the rotation back to the A bomb site. So yeah, this is a tough round for Enterprise. bajmi's considering the ladder flank, but whether or not he gets the timing for it, oh, he just about seen Muterus and still loses the fight. Roman elevated up from the boost, so he's got to exist. You got to feel rough here for Enterprise. You got to feel bad for them. They're getting nowhere near these bomb sites. 30 seconds remain in the round.
They don't know what to do, but Demho is kind of opening things up. They just have to deal with Muterus because that flank down ladder, they're like, oh, we actually kind of can't really get back until we get this kill, and now he's going to call it out.
He offers up his life, and now they can attack back to B.
How aware are they of this player? Story, at least, is very aware of the possibility, but not Roman.
It's kind of good that Roman dies early on because now it's a warning system. With 10 seconds left, they can stop the bomb from getting across. Big kill from toao. They needed that 1 second. It's good too, but it's limited time, and they don't have enough of it. They can't plant the bomb. Run away, Story, no scope! And he keeps himself alive. I can't believe how close these rounds are, and none of them are going to Enterprise.
Yeah, you do got to feel for Enterprise in some of these situations, but I mean, you also give credit to sAw because the reason time runs out is because they did choose to be aggressive, probably knowing the time is running low. That if they take those fights and Enterprise has to stop and deal with the contention, then all of a sudden they won't have enough to plant, and that was executed perfectly.
Entertaining Counter-Strike, you know, not the most competitive scoreline, but certainly the entertaining Counter-Strike because it's very back and forth in pretty much every single one of these rounds.
It's fun seeing sAw play like this, and it makes me super interested to see them. I mean, obviously, Ujrix isn't going to be dropping 20 and 5, I would imagine, on you know, a team like Eternal Fire. He's going to have Xantares on the other side challenging him, but I mean, they're playing some smart Counter-Strike in moments as well, which is really cool.
Enterprise send themselves out again. AK-47 in the hands of toao. That is the only premium weapon available for the Polish team. Everybody else on Deagles and Tech-9s.
They have not had success today, Ramp. They've been shut down. Lucky to not get picked off by Story, but they're going to hustle. Good utility to slow them down and deal some chip damage.
Oh, Roman, keep your gun out. That quick switch definitely scared me for a moment, but he's able to get away. He isn't punished for it. Now Roman changes his position, has a better angle to fight from. FaMAS penetrates the wall and the head to exist. Second kill through the smoke, this time from Muterus.
Flank coming in from middle. This could be the only thing to alleviate pressure, but Eradoce seems to have an idea of the potential for it, but he's not ready for that deep of an angle.
And that's an M4 picked up off the ground now. bajmi has drawn the attention towards him. Muterus goes down second. 55 seconds left. bajmi's doing everything. He's doing absolutely everything for his team. Eventually, Ujrix silences him.
Yeah, the bomb's gone all the way back to the B bomb site, though. Oh, good kill. Huge kill from toao. And it's just the MP9. toao's got that as well. Finally, a close round goes in the favor of Enterprise. But that's a 3v5.
Yeah.
That's an impressive recovery.
That's the one they shouldn't win. Yeah. That's the one they shouldn't win. And they pull it back. bajmi doing a great job.
And maybe a bit of an over-rotation from sAw. All 5 players at the A bomb site. All 5 players focused on the A bomb site. But I mean, that's worked up until that round.
But because of how back and forth this game has been and how many rounds have come so close and not really telling the full story of the scoreline, look at the money for sAw after losing one round.
I know, it hasn't been pretty. They've had a couple close affairs. You mentioned it, so many close rounds going away from Enterprise. So, yeah, I guess I almost feel like you should save here if you're sAw.
It's weird, isn't it? It's like they were 8-1 up, they lose one round, and they're immediately reset to an eco.
Yeah, I think saving here is the right call, but I think sAw might get pulled into a force buy just because of how successful they've been. They've won 2 second rounds in between.
Yeah, they win force
Vertigo.
buys. they got to know the Enterprise.
Difference is I don't think they have the money to get MP9s. I think it's just going to be pistol force buy.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they were mostly sitting around 2K.
1 MP9, 2 MP9s in fact, sorry. It's Aradoce and Muterus using them.
Yeah, but you sacrificed utility, right? One of those MP9s has 1 flash and the other one has nothing.
All right, well.
So, I mean, this could be the avenue for Enterprise to grab a foothold and get up to 4.
Yeah, 4 on the T side, you can work with that. Especially if you win the pistol and convert it in the second half. You're right back in business. Blows open the smoke, has a little look in behind it. You know, the AWP is down at the bottom of the ramp. Information being gathered with those deagle shots whizzing through smokes. We're up against a lower tier buy here.
That doesn't bring much comfort when you've lost 2 of them. Spotted the feet, though. Knows there's a boost, and yeah.
Aradoce is staying there, Jason. Hasn't come off the angle, finally drops.
He's pushing.
In fact, yeah, he's pushing. I don't think you would consider him if he gets in behind the yellow bin here, so
it's
not
a
pushing middle.
It's a cool risk to take, though. You know, he's over in ladder room, so you push forward, and now you can tell your teammates mid is clear. You can have a fast flank, so if there's any resistance, Roman's going to swing at the Molotov sound. No one there to trade off.
Well, first kill of this round goes sAw's way with weaker guns.
And remember, now Enterprise is a little bit nervous, so there's 50 seconds on the clock. Good job from bajmi, keeping an eye on that kind of a flank. Aradoce trying to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah, bajmi was keeping things...
Oh, and they're shifting to the wrong bomb site.
Ooh, yeah. This could be really devastating for sAw's chances on the force buy, but Udrex has spotted them out, and maybe a little bit too much confidence now from Udrex, and bajmi hasn't moved. He watches a second kill from the ladder descent, and there's no way you have any money next round. So sAw probably going to save the Kevlar and the pistols, and Enterprise do break through, so 8-4 is the most likely outcome of this half.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this force buy in any way. sAw will have another crack at it in the next round with a little bit more money.
Yeah, instead of having 1 good buy close to half, you've given yourself 2 bad buys. Could have had 9-3 half.
I think it's the confidence of a 13-2 map 1.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely understand the, the confidence.
Yeah, and then an 8-2 scoreline on map 2 where you've been pretty comprehensively dominant.
I think they probably had the conversation and look around each other. You want a force buy?
They're like, yeah, we win these.
Yeah, we earned this. We earned
We deserve it.
We deserve to give ourselves a force buy.
Well, because of it, they might deserve 4 rounds for Enterprise.
Imagine it comes back to bite them. Imagine they lose this map.
I mean, there's no indication yet that Enterprise can compete and put together, you know, a comeback, but sure, that can definitely happen.
The Copenhagen Major. Everyone's excited about the first CS2 Major. We know the Royal Arena delivers when Counter-Strike comes to town. And that's where PGL are bringing us. sAw and Enterprise battling for their chance to perform at that Major. And today are just fighting to survive it here in the RMRs. toao and Demo, they're out towards the bottom of the B stairs, clearing close angles. Buchholz gonna make sure that no one can sit behind wood. Be a pesky position to deal with.
This is one of the few rounds, well this and I guess the previous, where there's been a level of comfort for Enterprise to be able to just have space to execute, to apply pressure, to throw utility. Other than that, it's been sAw up in their face every time they're getting to a point of attack. Roman has a smoke in case they Molotov this position later. Finally, Enterprise get to play their game.
Yeah, 40 seconds now exist is moving forward. This can still be a trap. This can still punish Enterprise if they're not careful. So they are careful. They molly out the sandbags, grenades going in, but that's enough of a distraction to set up his deagle, and Ujerks misses this time. There's always an opportunity for him to sink a couple of those deep shots. That's not looking to be the case just yet. And with every second that ticks on, another player from sAw hits the deck. And it's Enterprise who will find themselves 4 rounds at the turn of this first half. And imagine they win a couple more of those closer rounds. This could have been a really good T-half from Enterprise.
Well, we have a second half to play, so there's going to be some close rounds there too. And Enterprise win just one of them, and it's like the score is going to be right there, neck and neck. So this could still spiral out of control for sAw, despite everything we've seen in the series so far. Really well done from Enterprise to claw back 3 rounds right at the end. It was 8-1 at one point, and Enterprise closed with 3 straight. And now they get to switch sides. This is their map pick.
They cooled off, definitely, but obviously didn't have the gun rounds to close the half with. So now we look at the possibility of a third map. That would be Anubis, if needed.
Cowboys playing with thick hoodie sleeves.
Yeah, well, I'm not much of a sleeve gamer myself. I find it really kind of jarring to play with a sleeve.
Especially on a hoodie.
Although what I have been doing recently is seeing that Donk and Zaiwu don't really touch the mouse pad with their hand or their wrist. They kind of like elevate their grip up.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. There's
Might
something
be the
to
next
that.
evolution of Dinko.
Yeah, exactly. I might just leave the commentary scene and become Donk. Donko.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, but no, that's not happening. Oh, Donk comes here in a few days. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am very excited about that. I'm very excited about that.
You got on the Donk hype train pretty early.
Oh yeah, I've been on the Donk train all day long.
Well, here's an A-Rush train coming right at you. A Glock train, utility, double-nading sandbags, nobody's home, friend. He's going to get aggressive, stay aggressive, unarmored opponents, but he gets his head ripped off. And now the rest of the defense is very, very passive. So it's going to be a plant.
Boom. Yep, the plant did not come in.
It's coming in soon.
Yeah, second attempt. This time they don't have the grenades. Flash is going up. Aradoce blinded. Oh, no, he's not. He's detected. A top couple of kills coming through that smoke. And there's Demo and bajmi, who are both gone just like that. Aradoce, arrow through the eyes. This is incredible. Massacres them in the pistol round. He plants the bomb. He steps up and then jumps up to kill everybody.
His teammate got blind out towards short, so he had to step around that smoke and a brilliant double kill. Yeah, that's a great sequence. Individuals, Aradoce and Ujerks have just put together massive rounds for this team time and time again. And that one is 3 of those 4 kills. Nobody's looking at him. He'll love that all day. 9-4.
Navi versus BetBoom rages on the A stream. This round will not be a bit of a barn burner. It's about to be 10 rounds for sAw. Full Portuguese team, including the coach. We've seen a lot of these national teams struggle, as you pointed out. Like, we've got a full Polish team, we've got a full Portuguese team. Even Movistar have gone with a couple of different nationalities from the same region, but full Portuguese. It's great to see sAw playing like this.
Yeah, putting work in.
Love to see a Counter-Strike event return to Portugal. It's always been a great time when watching from home.
It's a party out there. It's a great time when you're there, Dinko.
Yeah, well, someday. Someday I'll come along. Maybe I'll buy a ticket. Maybe I'll get a VIP pass or something.
Yeah. Portugal's a lovely place.
I've never been.
I've only been to Lisbon.
It's one of the European countries I've not been to. I've been to a lot of them, but
Well,
not
add it to
Portugal.
your vacation list.
Yeah, I should. Really should.
Respect. Respect the attempt.
Yeah, goodbye, Exist. Flies off the map. I haven't seen one of those in a very long time.
Did he get body blocked, or did he just fall short because he was getting shot?
Maybe he got shot mid-out. We'd have to see it again, but I love how that position is called Cold Zera because he was like one of the first
show
people
match.
to fall off the map.
First match on Vertigo was a show match.
Cold Zera fell off of it. Way to earn your name and a position.
Yeah.
I reckon I could do that, you know. Like, that would be the one way to earn a name of a position.
Just to embarrass yourself
Yeah, embarrass
forever.
yourself so much.
It's either something epic or something embarrassing.
Game,
All right, let's see. Oh, oh, he was trying to Zeus.
He just took a step back.
I respect the hell out of that. Just a nice evil smile. sAw 3 rounds away from eliminating Enterprise and moving on to fight one more time for a chance at the Copenhagen Major. There's a last chance qualifier as well for Europe.
Yeah, last year it was for FaZe Clan. This year they avoid that. Falcons wish they had it. Roman and Story. Great kills. And this game was competitive for a little bit, but that seems to have gone out the window. sAw's T side is unplayable.
I think Virtus might have spotted both in middle. He saw definitely, obviously, at least one, the guy who killed him, but the second player was really close by, so he might have had that information as well.
So the bomb has to be picked up and brought back up the ramp, and I don't know, Dolce sprinting.
Plenty of time, and as you can see, Enterprise preserving the weapons, because they need something to fight with in the next round. It's going to be 11-4. And speaking of 4, there's M4s on the ground for Aradoce to pick up and replace the MAC-10.
That gets, you know, more positives for sAw, I guess. Who are now only a few rounds away from knocking out Enterprise. You know, last RMR, there was a lot of stories of teams coming up through the ranks. I think it was the return of British Counter-Strike for some reason. It happened.
Yeah.
You've seen it. ITB go all the way to the playoffs, to the major.
What a glorious return it was.
Yeah, there was also an Irish team in the RMR, Jason.
How'd that go?
They nearly beat Fnatic in the opener. They threw. They should have won it. They threw in the post plant.
Yeah, Irish Counter-Strike really isn't a whole lot to get happy about.
No, there's not a lot of people that play Counter-Strike. So it's actually pretty impressive. There was a team put together with a core of Irish people that made it to the RMR. So, yeah, you know, something to be celebrated. And where I'm going with this is that it's great to see Enterprise coming to the RMR, because again, you gain a lot of experience, not only playing at the tournament, but talking to other players at the hotel, bumping into other coaches, and maybe asking them, you know, why did you guys wreck us so hard? What did you see? Something we can learn from.
Yeah, and players are pretty open about that kind of stuff too.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it's hold the thought.
Okay, Roman
using the cover of HE grenades and the damage dealt to really capitalize, and he's gonna get another one. Oh, just farming, sending him out playing Gladiator. He was the only one even being aggressive at all. Oh, good response from toao.
Oh!
There's your highlight reel. Quad kill from toao.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere, but toao steps up with 4. Aradoce thought his teammates had done everything required to get top ramp control. sAw thought they were swimming towards a 12th round.
I thought they were too.
The toao tidal wave comes crashing in. Double stack too. There's all 5. You got the ace, toao. Add that one up. That's impressive. Not like it was against pistols.
No, good recovery.
Full gun round.
Long range fights, 3 with 1 mag. Beautiful stuff from toao. Might not be enough to get them back into this game, but at least it keeps them fighting with victory still a possibility. However, that's twice now we've seen sAw pretty much obliterate this A ramp defense.
Gap. Start to smoke at the bottom of the ramp. Friend burning. Gonna change up his position. Can't stay there. It's gonna be more of a B focus this time from sAw. They've been abusing ramp towards A, but instead B is the point of contact, the point of the barrage as they run straight through. Aradoce inside of the site tries to push up towards the generator. Flash into the sky. U-Turks gets blinded by it, but still hits the headshot regardless. And it's not looking so good here for sAw at all. They've been blunted.
They need to be a little bit careful. I don't mind this round, so okay, we're still in the fight. Good shot from Friend. Story's gonna pick up an AK-47. He's got a 1v3. One player's very, very low. Molotov gonna force him into the open, and yeah, Molotov can actually cover for this plant, and then let's see what happens after that.
He's trying to pull a fight towards him, but yeah, grenades coming in, another fake plant. Every second that ticks on, that Molotov will fade away, and now they can just push him upon the plant, but they don't buy it. They don't think he's planting right now. Remember, toao still has a molly too, so now you can't plant. It's like 4 fakes right now for Story. He's taking damage with every second that's ticked on. He's 8 health, he's out of ammo, and he's dead. So didn't feel comfortable to commit to the bomb plant.
I didn't mind this round. I didn't mind the heavy challenge towards the B bomb site. They're getting a little bit crazy with some confidence of how easy some of these entries have been, I think. And I think that's what I'm saying they need to be a little bit cautious about, that they don't throw too many rounds away just trying to flex a little bit. This time, I mean, they beat the Molotov and pick up the pace to try and get into the bomb site and obviously get deleted on those initial thrusts. But Enterprise is closing this gap, and sAw now have to save. So you get one more of those rounds where sAw plays a little bit ahead of themselves, and all of a sudden, this could be tough. Considering where this map has been for the most part, which is sAw comfortably in the driver's seat, if that changes, and Enterprise start catching momentum, that can be really nerve-wracking. Like, if you're sAw and you've just been kind of handling business, just get this over with, baby. Don't let them come back in.
Swing with a flash. Dodges the impact of the AWP. excl only manages to get one kill. Now Friend's under pressure. He realizes he can't stick around with just a pistol when the rifles have run away. Or rather have faded away because his teammate is dead. Been able to recover that dropped gun.
I wonder if that nade blew it away.
I guess that was the idea behind it, was blow it off the map. Good detail there for Enterprise. Don't let sAw grab a free weapon. But they don't have info on A at the moment, so sAw are using that time to go back in towards B and hopefully catch the timing again.
You'd need a 1-deeg if you're going to make this clean. And Demo's being smart. He's playing it very far back. There's still utility. There's smokes. There's Molotov. There it goes out deep to the railing. One player starting to cheat back. That's Friend with the AWP. Demo steps up, wants to challenge. Now forced back. They know he's at Gen. They're going to try and turn the corner. Good shot from Roman, and that Deagle gets close up.
Oh my God.
Another disaster might be on the cards.
Oh, this was the opportunity opening up for Enterprise, but it's closing with every second that ticks on. bajmi dives down. His teammate coming up the stairway. That's toao coming through stairs, and he's still a long way off, and now he's being detected, so bajmi has to take the next contact. They need to sandwich these sAw players together, and the time is ticking on. sAw looking for 12. Another kill from Utrecht. toao is the only player left, and now this round is impossible. He gets into the site. They're just playing with him at this point, not letting him have any mercy. Aradoce with a deagle, and sAw with map point.
Man, I'm not going to lay it all on his feet, but I feel like Demo played that so smart, and he did not need to step up the Gen. That's when you kind of expose yourself to getting swarmed and wrapped by those pistols, playing it up on the boost box, and it's a weird situation because you are that defender and you want to hold them off and you want to stop them from getting the bomb plant. But I think playing it safe there, it was the right call until he stepped here, in which case you have to make an aggressive swing because you know the pistols are coming around 2 angles.
This was so ridiculous. They're running around the double stack, and I think sAw know what they've just done. That should be enough to break the Enterprise train. They'll find themselves here. 13-6, a 2-0 victory, knocking Enterprise out of the competition, out of the RMRs. And we remember that. We remember that job site. Hazard jumping off the map.
Accidents are indeed preventable.
But they do also happen.
They do happen.
Smoke towards top B stairs. Demo positions himself closer.
Change of pace from sAw as well.
It's going to be quite explosive, isn't it? Like, it's hard to imagine Demo gets away with a multi-kill here. If the spacing is okay for sAw, they should be able to trade, and they won't even lose one player. Second kill in for this attack. sAw have brought it down to just 3 players on Enterprise. It's been great seeing Enterprise at the RMR, but no longer will they take to the server. It'll have to come in another year, another time, perhaps later in 2024, but for Enterprise, their time in the sun is over. excl with a nice turn back.
And this has been so impressive across 2 maps for sAw.
Oh my God, this isn't over yet. Suddenly, excl is coming back with one of the biggest recoveries I have seen yet in the RMRs. excl is so close. Now 1v1 against Roman behind the double stack. He gives us some style on the way out the door, but sAw will eliminate Enterprise. Their dream of heading to the Major for the first time is still alive. But my God, that would have been an incredible round, an incredible clutch.
You got to give it to sAw too. I mean, great display. Vertigo